Hey YouTube, Kira Quali here, bringing you all my Bermuda Triangle Cardfight Vanguard deck profile for standard format, May 2019. This is the first of the Bermuda Triangle deck profiles I wanted to do for the new set, Primary Melody. It's a very interesting take on the deck. The whole point of this Bermuda Triangle deck is to have a bunch of different named Bermuda Triangle units in the deck to gain different abilities by revealing the top cards of your deck and revealing all different normal units for Bermuda Triangle with different names. So what's very different from this deck from other ones is that they have to use all different units just to remain consistent with the grade 4 plays, then the different grade 3s you run. So you can definitely keep your opponent guessing on what cards you have with this deck and what play you're going to go for depending on those cards. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the grade 4s, I only have the two so far. I have the Unparalleled Ingenuity Laura and the Heart Monopoly Aniska for the grade 4s. Big thanks to my girlfriend Marissa for letting me use her Bermuda Triangle deck for the profile. There's one other grade 4 that I would run in the deck as well, just to have three. And then I'll show what grade 2 I would take out for that additional grade 4, just because the grade 3s, I'm happy with the number lineup. We have a total of 9 units with the grade 4s and the grade 3s. You have to have all the different names because when placed for the first one, Laura, you reveal 10 cards from the top of your deck, and if all of the normal units revealed have different card names, you call any number of the revealed cards to rear, and they get plus 10,000 until the end of the turn, and then you shuffle your deck. So just very consistent when you reveal your normal units for that power. And the most amazing one is Heart Monopoly Aniska. When placed, you reveal the top 10 cards of your deck, shuffle your deck, and if all the normal units revealed have different names, you acquire one imaginary gift force, excel, and protect in any order. So being able to get all three of those gift markers in a Bermuda Triangle deck, which focuses on force, is incredibly insane, just giving you those resources alone. Two very different play styles with each of these cards, but I only run one of each just for the fact that you want to remain consistent with the card you call and not reveal any of them with the same name from any of those, because then you won't get the ability off. And they both have imaginary gift force as well, which is very, very helpful with the grade 4 units also. And then for the grade 3s, I run for the first lineup, we have the original 5 for the new Primary Melody set. Colorful Pastorelle, Sonata, Cannon, Serena, Care, and Fina. Each one are relying on the melody abilities, as you can see on the card for their skills. Each one also having a different Vanguard or Rearguard skill, being able to be used on both for the melody, just consistently to share with all the melody units on the field. So very, very useful when you use them together. But the fact that you have different play styles with each one as well is very, very helpful, depending on which one you end up riding on your Vanguard circle. And they all share the imaginary gift force as well, so you can definitely benefit from that also with these units being run in the deck. And then for just the additional grade 3s, just for more different numbers and consistency with your force markers from the trial deck, I run one Full Appeal Farfalo and one Graceful Prayer Ami. Both also have the imaginary gift force. I didn't want to go and not use any grade 3 units that didn't have the force marker. And they both have a Vanguard skill as well, with Farful only having, Farlol, sorry about that, having the Vanguard only skill for plus power and draw a card. And then just the plus power with Graceful Prayer, just a rearguard option as well with this card. But like I said, both usable on Vanguard Circle as well. And all the different grade 3 numbers just to meet that consistency with the other grade 3s that have the reveal, and also just the grade 4s for the different names. And then for the grade 2s, I run one Choco Love Heart Lissolette. This was the card we received from the trial deck, just being able to be a grade 1 in the hand. And when placed, you look at the top card of your deck and all of your rear, and add to rear or put it into your soul. This ability may only be used by this card with a card of the same name once a turn. It's the only unit we run, so you don't really have that problem with this deck. And for some of the other units, I run one Blue Silver Diva Brum, and also one full of mischievous Syrah. Like I said, we have a lot of different units to go through just for the consistency wise, but I find the best thing about it is that you run the correct ones for the deck just consistently with some of the ones you don't want to run that either rely on the same name cards or just ones from the trial deck that are a little more generic and unneeded. But each one of these, whether it be from giving the boost ability, getting plus power, and also just additional counterblast for draw consistency, they all share those skills and knowing when to ride which one specifically for your deck to have a good ride target, and then also have the additional ones that give boost on the field, very, very helpful as well. And then just for some other grade 2s, 1 Concealed Bitter Anise, 1 Reverberator Dies, 1 Friendly High Touch Sciotia, and 1 Clash Session Ostina for a couple more of the grade 2 numbers. Like I said, with some of them giving the boost number effect, you have those options available to you. And just with the additional shield and also plus power that they can receive on rearguard, just keeps your consistency and also keeps your opponent on their toes, not knowing what skills you might have with some of the units. And then to finish off the grade 2s for the final 3, just 1 Shapely Eyes Rue. If you draw a card during this turn's card ability, this unit gets plus 5,000, including draw 2. It does not include a drive check and the cards that were put, but also 1 Super Hit Medley Paturi and 1 Greenness Energy Celia, just for more power plays and increase in decrease skills with this unit. And Serena being able to give the plus power for your Vanguard with a Soul Blast and a plus additional 5 for this unit also. And once again, just going off of the different card names, you don't want to run any that are the same with this specific build. The build that runs all the units the same focuses more on the grade 3s and not the grade 4s added to the deck. That's it for the grade 2s. Moving on to the grade 1s. For one of our main ones, the Vanguard Rare, our first Vanguard Rare grade 1. 1 Top Star Clear. Your other rear guard in the same column as this unit cannot be attacked. And when placed, you Soul Blast 1 and reveal a grade 3 card from your hand. Look at 7 cards from the top of your deck and reveal up to 1 card with Melody from among them. Put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So you just have search consistency for another grade 3 to add to your hand. All you have to do is reveal it. So you can even use this card early game as well. So very, very helpful and probably one of the best grade 1s in the deck. For some of the other ones, I also run 1 Special Message Aurora, 1 Favored Child Idol Eno, and 1 Rainy Tear Steza, just for more draw power, consistency with your returning to hand cards, and just more draw discard power, which is the main focus on a lot of these grade 1s as well. And then for additional numbers for the grade 1s, I run 1 Fluffy Wonder Pernez, 1 Strasica, and 1 Crawl Up Girl Est, with Est being the discard a total of 2 grade 3 cards with different names from your hand, and you search your deck for up to a grade 4 card, reveal it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So if you have too many grade 3s in your hand, the fact that we only run one, it will run one of each of the grade 4s. This card definitely does help early game, just for that search consistency, especially if you opened up a lot of the grade 3s. Having the intercept ability from the back row is another big help with a 10k shield. And when your deck is shuffled by your card's ability, giving this plus 5 and not being a once per turn, as long as you consistently do it, can be very helpful as well. And then also to wrap up with the grade 1s, just a few more of them. I run 1 Officious Luscious Thoria, 1 Sugarly Lording Revor, 1 Lovable Spontaneity Veil, 1 Best of Best Isabella, 1 Equable Career Spiana, and 1 Admirative Solo Atri. We really do go with all the numbers with this deck, using almost all the units that we have so far for standard format with this Bermuda Triangle deck. But like I said, definitely one of the most fun ones you can try out for Bermuda Triangle, just for the fact that you'll probably have a different play setup every game you play, not having too many that are similar from the last game you played also with these cards. And for the additional grade 4, like I said, we only had the 2 at the beginning, but if you want to play, which I do recommend playing, the third one of all the cards, you may most likely recommend taking out something from the trial deck grade 2 wise that just has some consistency with the deck but doesn't provide as much power play as some of the other cards may do. Just one of the grade 2 numbers that you feel can be taken out for that grade 4 would be the best lineup with those cards. And then for the grade 0s for the starter, we've had plenty of Bermuda Triangle starters going with Serena, just the one pulled from the trial deck as well, but they all have the same effect for when wrote upon, draw a card. So just having that option available for you for your hand consistency, very, very helpful for sure. And then for the triggers, running 8 critical, so 4 Lover, Hope, Rena, 4 Direct Sign, Persh, and then for the draw trigger, running 4 Glittery Baby, Lene. Just the draw trigger perfect guard, pretty standard for all the standard format decks as well. And lastly, for the heal, 4 of the Handmade Lover, Elena, to wrap up the deck profile. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Next time, definitely going to maybe focus on a deck profile that focuses on more of the numbers of the grade 3s, which with that deck you don't run any of the grade 4s, but focus more on the fact that you can summon these cards out and have playstyles revolving all around them. But until then, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.